today. It is Tipsy Tuesday, January 23rd, and I am wearing my Lularoe leggings that I got for Christmas, a green seafoam green top from Family Dollar, and my shrug from Family Dollar, a pair of black boots. Alrighty guys, I'm going to make me a cup of coffee, so why don't you guys grab one and we will sit down and chit chat about my 5 tips to keep it keto. Talk to you in a second. Good morning, guys. You got your coffee? I got my coffee. I am drinking this morning out of that 12-pack set, the Dunk Your Donuts, and it's just a light roast, just a mild blend. I put in here the English toffee syrup, a little bit of stevia in my homemade creamer. Yeah, it's good, nice and mellow. That English toffee, that's the first time I've bought that. It is really good. I'm liking it a lot. And I wanted to say congratulations to Dawn from I Keto. She won the gift bag. I cannot wait. I'm going to put that in the post tomorrow. I'm going to record packing up the box just like I did the first time. So Dawn, once you get that, I want you to send me a message so that then I can post that video. Because, of course, I don't want to post it till you get it that way. And, it's a little bit of a surprise element for you. Not a lot in there. It's just some, small finds that I've picked up over the last month, hoping for a giveaway. So stuff that I used when I started myself and thought that it would be helpful for somebody. Now, I want you guys to check out Dawn's channel. I'm going to link it below. She just started 2 weeks ago, so she is a newbie, so you guys will get to support her from the beginning of her journey. And I wish I had done the same thing. I wish I had started back June 1st so you guys could have seen all 322 pounds of me, and so that I could have seen all 322 pounds of me, because I have very few pictures. That's why the one picture of me is such poor quality, is because I just wouldn't allow anybody to take them. And my aunt insisted on taking that picture of me and my girls, and no, I wish I had more now, but at the time, I just wouldn't go there. But anyway, let's get on to the 5 tips. 5 tips to keep it keto. Okay, tip number 1, ketoade, or whatever means you choose to keep those electrolytes up. That is very important. Now, everybody's going to feel a funk the first couple weeks of starting a new way of eating. But on keto, you flush out your electrolytes so bad. It's extremely important that you replenish those. And those are all your your sodium, potassium, magnesium. Those of you that are under a doctor's care for high blood pressure and you're already taking potassium, please, please, please take the advice of your doctor when transitioning into keto. Now, doctors will try to talk, some doctors, not all. My husband's doctor, he's a cardiologist and he's on the ketogenic diet himself. And he insists this is the safest way for us to eat. This is how we should be eating. This is how we are designed to eat. Now, other doctors will tell you, no, it's bad. For one, they just don't know any better. They don't know any better. So realize your doctor works for you. So he might tell you, no, you can't be doing that. Tell him, I'm going to do it. So you need to educate yourself and you need to advise me on the best way to supplement my electrolytes. So that if you're on potassium or you need to be put on potassium or your potassium, all of that, blood pressure, potassium, all your meds need to be regulated when starting this diet. So anyway, that is my first advice. Ketoade, paying attention to those electrolytes. And if you are under medical supervision, inform your doctor and have that monitored so that as you're coming down and things need to be regulated and balanced, you get that done. Okay, Number 2, listen to your body. Don't eat unless you're hungry. Try to really figure out what those hunger cues are versus physical hunger and mental hunger. And realize you also need to eat when you're hungry. Okay? So only eat when hungry, but when hungry, eat. Too many people try to go too long. They start off right off the bat worrying about intermittent fasting. Don't worry about intermittent fasting. It will naturally come to you. If you're listening to your body, it will naturally come. You'll naturally start doing that. So just eat when hungry. But when you're truly hungry, eat. Because if you don't, that's when we binge. We let our real, true physical hunger get started, and then the mental hunger takes over, and you become so hangry. Yeah, so listen to your body. Only eat when hungry, but eat when hungry. Very important tip. Okay. Quit worrying too much about the macros. Oh, that's what I hear. I hear it daily on the keto pages. Everybody worried about the macros. When you get started, choose a set point for yourself with your carbohydrates. That's the one you got to worry about. Keeping the carbohydrates low enough that you're in ketosis. So set your carb macro. And I always say it's better to set it higher and lower it than go too low and have nowhere to go. So set that macro for carb, set that at 50 total. 50 total in the beginning. And if you're not losing, or when you hit that first stall, then drop it down to 40 total until you stop losing again and hit your next stall. Then drop it down to 30 total. And then pick a protein for yourself. Figure out how much protein you should be eating for your height and weight. For me, I'm 4'11", 4'3.5". 4'11". This 10.5 inches. I ain't gonna worry about that. I'm 4'11". I eat 100 grams of protein in a day. Okay, and then the rest is made up of fat. And I've got enough fat on board. I eat enough fat to keep me satiated. Wherever that falls in the day, I don't worry about it. I don't worry about trying to make sure I have perfect macros. Yes, it looks good on my MyFitnessPal to have perfect macros. But the key point is keeping those carbs under the threshold, under the ceiling that you've set for yourself, and meeting your protein goal. And then the rest of it, we're always going to be on a high fat diet if you're overweight, because once your body has used up what's in the blood, it's going to go to those fat cells. So you're always going to be high fat, regardless of the fat you put in your mouth. So only eat enough to stay satiated. So if you're wanting to go out for a nice dinner, that's when you incorporate your butter coffee in the morning, because that butter is going to keep you satiated. And then you can have that protein and the carbs that you're saving for yourself later on in the day. So I am not against having butter coffee because, like I said, I don't do it every day, but I do it because it is so satisfying. It lengthens the day. And I do think that intermittent fasting, once you naturally get there, is good for us. So, but you're going to have to look up that for yourself. Autophagy is what you're wanting to Google. Google autophagy and do a little bit of studying on intermittent fasting before you just jump into it. That way you know why you're doing it. Why is this important? Okay. Find something that you love. For me, it's my coffee. Find something that you love, that to you feels like a cheat, that is decadent, and you can go to that when you're stressed and take a moment to decompress and enjoy your coffee. And in your mind, you can sort of think of it as a cheat, even though it's perfectly keto. All I've got in here is 48 calories of good, healthy fat that's coming from my cream. Nothing else, you know. So, but to me, one carb here, but I treat it like it's sinful. I treat it like I'm being bad. Because sometimes we just got to feel like we're cheating even if we're not. And if this will keep me from a true binge, then I'm going to enjoy it. And I allot 400 calories out of my calories a day for coffee. And I know that sounds like a lot, but imagine one bulletproof and then 3 of these and I'm there. Now, I don't have it every day, but that's what I allot for myself. So 100 of my calories comes from carbs, and then 400 of my calories come from protein, and the rest of my calories come from fat. And I fluctuate my calories daily. I try not to drop below 1,500, but I try not to go up above 1,800. But I try to let those sort of, because then your body's not getting at a certain set point. So that's why, you know, macros nor calories for me are solid. The only thing that's solid for me is the fact that I keep my total carbs below 30, and I keep my net carbs at 20, and I keep my protein at 100. The rest of it I don't worry about. Don't worry about the rest of it. If you're not hungry, don't eat, and your body's still high fat because it's going to be eating your tushy. Eating that tushy. Okay. And number 5 is the most important one. Now, I tell you what, they're all important because ketoade's important too. But number 5 is what's going to keep you on plan. And that is to plan ahead. No matter where you're going or what you're doing, you plan your day. Even pre-log it into MyFitnessPal and see how it's going to work for you. If you're going out to a restaurant, get on their website. Plan what you're going to have. Don't go in there and start looking at a menu and have all those beautiful pictures and choices in your face. Make those decisions before you go and then stick to it. That waitress comes up. Don't even have to open that menu. Do you know what you want? Yes. I'm going to have the Bourbon Street chicken and shrimp, no potatoes, side of broccoli, side salad, no croutons with ranch dressing. Thank you very much. It's that easy. You pre-make those decisions. By the way, that's what you can order at Applebee's. Wonderful, wonderful. It's a sizzling hot plate. Tell them you want the broccoli right on the plate or they'll give it to you on the side instead on the plate. And that sizzling hot plate and the way the broccoli intermixes with the herb butter. Very good. But yeah, plan ahead. Plan to be stuck. So always take your emergency pouch with you. Plan ahead. Those are my top 5 tips to keep it keto. Number 1, drink your ketoade. Supplement those electrolytes. Number 2, listen to your body. Only eat when hungry, but eat when hungry. Number 3, make sure you are getting in your protein and your healthy green veg. The fat will take care of itself if you're listening to your body. Find something you love and make it be your sinful thing. There's something out there we all can enjoy that's keto. And number 5, plan ahead. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to let you go, and I will talk to you tomorrow on Weigh-In Wednesday, and we'll see how I did. See how those numbers played out. Did I keep all that flesh water off? But we'll see because I haven't got on the scale. I don't know where I'm sitting at. So I was at 38.2 last Wednesday. I was at, no, I wasn't. I was at 238.2. 238.2 last Wednesday. And I was at 229, I think 0.6 or 0.8, something like that on Friday. So yeah. Big whoosh within that 48 hours. Total loss for the month of January at this point was 18 pounds as of Friday. So we'll see where I'm sitting come tomorrow morning. Alrighty, guys. Always see you later. Have a good day. Blessings.